Good morning, students. Today we are taking a small topic, that is blood pressure. As you know that blood is a connective tissue and it flows in the blood vessels and helps in the transportation of gases, transportation of hormones, transportation of food, and transportation of waste products also. So when it flows in the vessels, it exerts a force against the walls of the vessels. This force is called blood pressure. It is measured by an instrument that is called sphygmomanometer. The blood pressure inside the artery is much more as compared to inside the veins. As you know that oxygenated blood flows in arteries and deoxygenated blood flows in veins. So students, there are two types of blood pressures, systolic and diastolic. Systolic pressure is the pressure of blood inside the artery during ventricular contraction. This you have read in your previous lecture. And diastolic pressure is the pressure of blood inside the artery during ventricular relaxation. So normal systolic pressure is 120 mm of Hg and normal diastolic pressure is 80 mm of Hg. Mm of Hg means manometric unit of pressure. Millimeter, micromillimeter of mercury. It is a unit of measuring pressure. So it was about blood pressure. Now we are taking another topic, transportation of materials in the plant. Transportation of materials in the plant. Okay. As you know that the major materials which are needed by plants are gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide. Plants take these gases from atmosphere by the process of diffusion. This you have studied in your 9th class. Water and minerals are absorbed by the soil through a specific tissue that is called xylem. This is xylem. And xylem is made up of 4 kinds of cells: tracheids, xylem vessels, xylem parenchyma, and xylem fiber. The water and minerals are transported through tracheids and vessels. Here you can see tracheids and vessels. Main water absorbing organs are root hairs. This you can see, root hair. Then minerals absorbing organs are root epidermal cells. Water molecules move from higher water potential to lower water potential and migrate from cell to cell, passing from epidermis to endodermis, then to xylem vessels and tracheids. Again listen. Water and minerals enters through root hair, then epidermis, then endodermis, then xylem vessels and tracheids through higher water potential to lower water potential. Okay. The mineral salts move from higher partial pressure to lower partial pressure along the xylem tracheids and vessels and move upward by the process called ascent of sap. Okay. This you can see, move upward. We can explain the upward movement of water by root pressure theory and by transpiration pull. Students, while absorbing water, roots exert a pressure which pushes the water upward. This theory is applicable in small herbs but not in tall trees. In tall trees, main force responsible for upward movement of water is transpiration pull generated in the leaves, which pulls the water column filled in the xylem, tracheids and vessels. Excess water is removed out of stomata by the process of diffusion. This you have studied in my previous lecture. Now we will see how food is transported in plants. Okay, this is phloem tissue. The phloem is a complex permanent tissue. This you have studied in your 9th class. It consists of sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma and phloem fibers. The carbohydrates are translocated through living cells called sieve tubes. In phloem, food molecules move upward, downward or lateral directions. Downward to the stem and roots, upward to the buds, flowers and fruits. Okay, so in our today's lecture, you have seen how water, minerals and food are transported in the plants. In your notebook, students, you can write 2 questions. First question is, how are water and minerals transported in plants? You can explain this question through xylem tissue, vessels and through tracheids. How through root pressure and ascent of sap the water and minerals are transported. Second question is, how is food transported in plants? So this you can explain that through phloem tissue food is transported in plants. Okay, and what are the components of transportation in plants? These are xylem and phloem. Along with my video, I am sending these notes also, so that you can prepare your notes and you can write these 2 questions in your notebook. Okay students, hope you are studying well and preparing for PT1 test, and hope all of you have got PT1 syllabus. Okay, so all the best students, good luck.